Well, taking each other on the debate today, Aman Sinha of the BJP is taking on Yogendra Yadav, who's a member of the National Executive of the Aadmi party, sits on the other side. Brijesh Kalappa of the Congress party, and Shahid Siddiqui, senior journalist, he's chief editor of Duniya, and Sankarshan Thakur, who's roving editor of the Telegraph newspaper. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very much. Now, this letter, can you please explain to me, this letter says, Aman Sinha, that the Lieutenant Governor writes to respected Rashtrapati ji, saying that I will be grateful if the Honorable President grants approval to the BJP, that is even today the single largest party in the legislature, to seek their interest in forming the government. How did you get this information that this was... Did the LG call you?
This letter was in fact filed in the courtroom today.
How come you were calibrating your moves with the LG's letter?
No, we were not calibrating our moves with LG.
Of course you were.
It is for, no, absolutely not.
How did you know? This whole action.
It is for, this letter was filed by government.
Over Aadmi party leaders,
Arnab,
try to poach them, try to horse trade them has been started. No.
You must understand how court proceedings go.
I understand
You've been reporting also from court.
Perception.
This letter was not filed by BJP. This letter has been filed by the Union of India.
How did you know about this?
It was filed, everybody comes to know about this. Once it is filed, everybody comes to know about it. Sorry?
Is the LG calibrating his moves along with what the BJP is doing?
Absolutely not.
How can I believe
Absolutely not. And this is what this letter goes on to show, that only after it was filed, it became a public knowledge.
No,
I don't know what is the controversy about this letter.
You take this at face value.
But Arnab, just...
No, 1 second. Because I feel here today, that, your urge in forming the government, which is apparent
Absolutely
for the last 4 or 5 days, and which the Aadmi party says is a result of your...
Our stand has been clear and consistent from day one, that we will, only after LG invites us formally, we will consider that issue.
How did you know the LG
at this point in time?
How did you know?
What do you mean by how did you know?
How did you know the LG will invite?
It is the prerogative of LG to make best efforts for government formation. And this is what they have been saying in courtroom. They have been saying that please invite BJP.
1 second. Yogendra Yadav has the right to rebut, but before that, Mr. Yadav, I think I'll allow Brijesh Kalappa, and he was coming in as well. I, for one, don't believe in telepathy. And I don't think you're being convincing tonight. It appears to me that you are
entitled to make your sweeping remarks.
On this,
I don't contest that. But I don't find any controversy at all in this. This has been filed by Government of India.
You can say whatever.
When you change governments, when you pick and choose, when you choose whom to drop, whom to keep, whom to retain, then all these are all the natural corollary of taming government.
I think we have a problem with your mic. I'm correcting that, so I'm only interrupting you for that reason. Yogendra Yadav, they say we had no idea.
I thought the answer came out in the press conference today. This is Mr. Satish Upadhyay, president of his party Delhi unit, I hope a serious functionary, and he thought the cameras were off. Having addressed the press conference and having said all the nice things that he's going to say, when he thought the cameras were off, he said, "Sarkar ban rahi hai, bana rahe hain hum log aaj hi." Abhi jo aapne dikhaya. So clearly there has been
a statement of confidence.
Well, I think this synchrony, this extraordinary synchrony between BJP's interest and Lieutenant Governor's judgment has been going on for 4 months now. After Lok Sabha election, BJP was confident. They thought they would hold election. Lieutenant Governor, in his best judgment, did not think there was any possibility of forming the government.
That's right.
After a few weeks, you have murmurs in the BJP saying, maybe we can consider forming the government.
Right.
Lieutenant Governor starts giving interviews saying, well, I can consider it.
Yes.
And then you have information. Then Mr. Amit Shah says, what's wrong if we form government?
Right.
Coincidentally, that's the time the Lieutenant Governor sends this letter to the president.
Yeah.
Now, this kind, one is telepathy, or maybe statistically, these kinds of coincidences are, the probability, as someone who has done some statistics, is 1 is to a million, 1 is to a billion, that you have this kind of strange, complete coincidence between two thinking minds.
Yeah, I think you're looking bad.
But it is extremely unfair that when the second largest party, Aam Aadmi party, gets an invitation, they term LG as the biggest protector of constitution, and if at all he is considering inviting the single largest party, you use terms such as murder and rape of constitution. This is absolutely shameful. And this kind of attributing motive to the Honorable Lieutenant Governor, I think it is absolutely deplorable. We condemn it.
Amanji, I don't remember.
As far as writing to Honorable President is concerned, everybody knew that Supreme Court hearing is there today. and some steps would have to be taken just in order to demonstrate
So,
it to
I think you're
Amanji, I
That is
don't
what
remember
happens.
issuing these certificates, and who
what's
am
not
I
just-
to issue those certificates to the Lieutenant Governor? The difference is when he
No,
invited
but
us,
Mr.
he did
Yadav,
two
it was
things
your
which...
party functionaries. I believe Mr. Ashutosh is a senior functionary, and so is Mr. Kejriwal.
I'm saying
they termed
when
it as
he
murder and rape of constitution.
Sir, you said something, I'm responding to it. When he invited us, we did not issue any of those flowery certificates that you attribute to us.
No,
he simply
absolutely
did something
not. You did.
constitutional.
You called him gracious.
You did.
Yes.
He
You
is
called him an extremely
I'm
gracious
saying it even today. He is a gracious person.
So he's
he is a
graciously
thinking
calling the
person.
BJP.
He is a nice human being. We are discussing his role as a constitutional authority.
yes.
He
We
actually
are.
offered me such a lovely meal. How can I forget that?
So you tell me,
But
is
the
it- is
important
it-
thing
But
is
Arnab, I
No,
think
what-
the question.
No meal has
When
been
he
offered to
invited us,
BJP at least.
when he invited us, he
No,
did two
BJP 's
things which
been
he did
offered
not
more
do
than a
this
meal.
time.
So let him complete.
Please allow me to say that.
Please let
he
him
did two
complete.
things
So
when
let
he
him
invited
It
us.
is your former coalition partner who's interrupting.
He did two things when he invited us. Number one,
At arm's length.
he,
Totally.
at that point, he insisted that we have to stake claim. Number two, he insisted that he wanted to see 36 letters before he allowed anyone to be sworn in. Suddenly, he's given up these two things. We are worried, we are dumbfounded, we are intrigued. That's all.
Aren't
Mr.
you being a
Yadav,
little-
why are
no,
you
aren't you being-
prejudging?
no, watch, aren't
What
you-
Honorable Lieutenant
So, one
Governor is
second.
going to do, why are you prejudging it?
Arnab, this can't be just a show between Aadmi and you see the Congress
I know
party
you
has
want
very
the word in,
intricate
you don't
stakes.
have quite have the numbers to change
No,
the
that's a
political
different
equation
matter,
of it.
but we will have the numbers. Who's really fighting for the numbers? We are asking for an election today. Why? Because we are confident that we're going to get the numbers. You see, let's be very clear. No, you might laugh. Please, you're welcome to laugh,
It's
but
all
let's
right.
laugh
I've
after
not
the
said
election.
anything.
We're great.
Let him
Let's
complete.
laugh
So let's
after
have
the
the
election.
initial comment.
You see, the point is this, Arnab, that if a governor has to be tamed, there is a way of taming a governor. Right?
Explain taming a governor.
You see, when you have somebody like Kamla Beniwal, right, who insisted that there should
Are
be
we
a
talking
local
about Delhi or
appointment.
Gujarat?
No, please.
Are we talking about Delhi or Gujarat? Are we talking about Delhi or Gujarat, sir?
No. You see, when Kamla Beniwal, who's at 87, going to be removed 2 months before the expiry of her term in office, then it sends a clear signal to the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi and all the governors across the board, look, you better behave or you're going to get the rough end of the stick. And this is exactly something which seems to be working. There is a pattern,
Sir,
and that pattern,
I
in a
think you're
sense,
making.
seems to be working.
I'm saying this today, sir. Reconsider what you are saying.
No, please. There's no
Because
question
when I
of
ask you,
reconsidering.
you are going to have to
No,
prove.
please.
You're sir. 1 second. You're going to have to prove
Yeah.
that the Lieutenant Governor is a sold-out man. Are you saying that today?
No, I'm not saying
Are
that.
you saying that he's pressurized?
I'm not saying that.
Are you saying
but
that he's not doing his job seriously?
See, the manner in which
Mr. Kalappa, do you know the law?
Yeah.
Do you know that the Supreme Court in the SR Bomai versus Union of India judgment has emphasized that the strength can only be ascertained on the floor of the House? The governor has made it clear there will be a floor test. How is this violating the Constitution?
No, then where is the question of having a secret ballot?
Can
you see, the BJP has been speaking over the last 1 week only about a secret ballot. Where is
No, I
the
don't
question
know.
of
It is
having a
only
secret
our
ballot?
adversaries who have
It's
been
only
speaking
about a
this
secret ballot. No,
Who
are
have
you
been
going to
speaking about
have?
secret
Are you
ballot?
going to have a confidence test on
Did
the
you
basis
see
of a
any
secret
BJP
ballot?
spokesperson
How do you know I'll
speaking
give
about
it
No,
a
one second, Shahid Siddiqui. No, one.
That is for the speaker to decide.
I actually can. A simple counter question is this. Anyway, I'll ask my counter question later. Shahid Siddiqui is coming in. Yes, Sankarshan, after that. Go ahead.
Yeah, what you see,
Which side are you on, sir, on this?
I'm nobody's
He's on
side.
that
Let's
Which
look at the constitutional position.
Yeah.
Look at the conventions and traditions, and what we see is that it is the job of the governor to exhaust all avenues to form a government, and clear majority is not essential.
you're batting for the
Clear
BJP
majority-
tonight?
No,
So you're
clear
batting for the
majority-
BJP?
It's not a question of
Of course you're
batting for
batting for the
anybody.
BJP.
Why should I bat for anybody? I mean, batting for, if you take the constitutional position and go by the traditions, then that's not batting for the BJP. I was all for Aam Aadmi Party being invited earlier, but I was not betting for Aam Aadmi Party, and the Lieutenant Governor
Let
was
me
not doing
assure
it.
you, Arnab,
No,
that
but does-
what
but-
Mr.
So
Siddiqui is
situation,
saying, just a short
no,
point.
let me
Mr.
finish.
Siddiqui just
I
adding to your question.
can
What
defend
he's
my
saying
position.
is the exact constitutional position. And this has emerged from constitution bench judgment of Rameshwar Prasad.
Narasimha Rao remained the Prime Minister of this country for 5 years with a minority. You can have a minority government if you can prove majority on the
Arnab,
floor
can I
of the
actually
House.
agree with
So
him?
that option should be
Can I
given.
say
But
that
where
I
do you
don't
get
agree
the...
with
Yes,
him?
Yogendra Yadav.
Actually, I agree with him. You see, this is not the question at all. Of course, the Lieutenant Governor's right and duty is to see that the government is formed. He is well within his rights to explore the possibility. And of course, we have seen minority governments, not one, dozens of them. Yes. Aam Aadmi Party's government itself was minority. The real question is not there. The real question is, what must you satisfy yourself with before you invite someone to form a government? There is a clear precedent. By the law, he can invite even you, he can invite me. But there is a convention laid, and the gold standard is K.R. Narayanan's. The gold standard is you satisfy yourself that this party may be in minority, but on the floor of the House, they are likely to be in majority, and you do it by asking what
No,
matters.
Arnab,
Let him come. Let him complete. Let him complete, sir. You will have your full say. Yes, please. 1 second.
President was set by Narayanan that single largest party should be invited. It should have been invited at the first occasion, but since the Congress went with the support, so that was not done.
It was asked and it said no.
Why LG has waited for 4 months? He should have waited.
Sir, consider.
I think it was under the because of the UPA pressure that he waited.
Sir,
he should have waited.
Sir,
he should have allowed the BJP to form the government.
Is it true or not?
Strange,
They were taming the LG.
The government fell sometime in February.
You see,
the Aam Admi Party government fell sometime in February. We had elections in April. Where was the time for the UPA to decide any which way?
You know, you have...
Arnab, if I may just...
No, 1 second.
Arnab, just 1 minute.
Mr.
Sinha, have you seen the LG's letter? No, 1 second. Have you seen the LG's letter? Have you seen the LG's letter?
The whole world has seen.
No, 1 second.
Because it has been filed in court today. It is there with everybody.
So you've seen the LG's letter?
Yes,
what does it end by saying? You have a copy of it right there?
I have
You have a copy of it? Let's read it, okay,
Yes,
together.
yes, sure.
The LG's letter
Yes.
ends by saying,
Yes.
future course of action can be determined after taking into account the response of the BJP.
That is right.
Right. Now, the response of the BJP has been, A, that it doesn't have the numbers. B, it will not form the government. C, it does not indulge in horse trading. So, you know what? Be honest. Reject the offer. Reject the offer of the LG
Arnab,
on the basis of what you said earlier. No, you have to
Arnab,
reject the offer.
for
of
all
the
that
LG.
you know, we may reject it also.
No, how do you leave
At this point in time,
that's very
that
open-ended.
proposal is not before us. We may consider and form the government. We may consider and reject it also.
Sir,
Why are you jumping the gun?
I am not.
At this point in time, we have no formal invite from the Lieutenant Governor.
Sankarshan,
that's just hanging.
And therefore, this is a premature question.
No, that's just hanging a carrot in front of. That's just amounts to hanging a carrot.
Sankarshan.
You know, Arnab, there's a thing called constitutional precedent, propriety, all of that. There is also a thing called political reality.
Yes.
The political reality here is that in the Delhi Assembly, no single party has a majority.
Agreed.
Now, we are also playing in a very, very calcified assembly. Do you think that the Lieutenant Governor thinks, or you think, or I think, or anyone here thinks that the Congress party or the Aam Aadmi Party will actually help keep a BJP government in power? So how is a government to sustain itself? By what means?
Exactly
By what
the
means?
point.
No. By what means is a government to sustain itself in power?
The point
My
is,
argument is
Let him come.
that
Let him come. Have the patience.
and there
So
is
you're
some
not forming the government anyway, so have a little bit of patience.
there is some evidence of this. That there is unseemly there is an unseemly effort on to buy off people.
Guesswork. The
to get
BJP
people
says
to
that's
resign.
guesswork.
No, but the BJP will say that. I mean, do we expect the BJP to say no, this is right? I mean, we don't. We are, we are talking about the political experience that has repeatedly happened in the states, at the center, buying off, asking,
So let it happen again. That's your view.
No,
So you're saying
it is not. What mystifies me, again, coming back to the real political, the BJP won 7 Delhi seats a week ago. I am truly mystified
So am I.
that the BJP is not asking. It should have been the first party seeking elections in Delhi.
Absolutely.
I do not understand why do you want power through the back
For all
door.
that we
You want power through the back door in Delhi. I am
by-elections in
mystified.
5
This is a decision which has to be
I'm
taken
totally mystified.
by the highest
1 second.
decision-making body of our
Gentlemen,
BJP
one at a
party.
time. We are all here.
Yeah.
1
No
second.
doubt
We are
about
all
that.
here. And do we lack time? We don't lack the
Question
time. tonight.
BJP, don't question LG.
No, the question is very simply put here. And I'm glad that Sankarshan has raised this question again. I mean, sir, think about it, how bad you're looking. day after day,
Not at
and
all.
night after night. You
Not
appear
at
to
all.
be a party.
We swept all
that
the
is-
7
sir,
seats.
Sir, allow
in
me
fact,
to complete.
Supreme Court of India,
allow me to complete.
the constitution bench of the apex court of this country was satisfied with the steps taken by the government. Was also, and this was before these recommendations of inviting the single largest party was also before the Supreme Court.
Sir, is
And
Venkaiah
so,
Naidu-
therefore,
is-
they rejected all these
has
CD and
all the power
affidavit
on a
which
way.
was thought to be filed by the Aam Aadmi Party
no,
was thoroughly rejected.
Arnab,
I objected to it.
Just
I objected to it in the courtroom
Just-
itself, and it was rejected.
Let him complete. Let him complete. Is Venkaiah Naidu an experienced man or a political debutant?
He is a very experienced man.
Okay. Does Venkaiah
Please tell
Naidu
me what you
usually
are saying.
speak the truth?
Sorry?
Does Venkaiah Naidu usually speak the truth?
Everybody is entitled to have
No,
his
no,
opinion.
why don't you
the
say
point
yes or no?
is
You have a doubt
that
over
we
whether
are
Venkaiah
a
Naidu
structured
speaks the
political party, Arnab, unless the highest decision-making body
Does-
of our party,
Sir, does
which is the
Venkaiah
parliamentary
Naidu-
boards, formulates a view
Sir, does
bearing
Venkaiah
in mind
Naidu
the
speak
political
the truth,
situation
Mr.
which
Sinha?
prevails at that point
Does
in time.
Venkaiah Naidu
Then
speak
only
the truth,
that
Mr.
particular
Sinha?
view becomes
Does-
the formal and the authentic
Does
view of the
Venkaiah
party.
Naidu speak the
Please
truth?
try to understand
I
that.
understand. Does Venkaiah Naidu speak the truth?
Yes?
Yes.
Why not?
Okay, good.
Why
So
not?
Venkaiah Naidu, with all his experience
Yes.
and with his absolute consummate ability to speak nothing but the truth, actually prophesied and foresaw horse trading situation, except that he did not think his own party would be accused of it. I would like to remind you that in February 2014, when the centre moved a resolution, Mr. Aman Sinha,
Yes.
ratifying President's rule in Delhi, your leader Venkaiah Naidu apprehended that such a situation will encourage horse trading.
I don't know from where you are quoting this, but he may be entitled to his opinion. And at
So
that
no,
point in time,
I
it might
just
be his
don't
opinion.
understand this. So you're
But
doing a
today,
U-turn on
if the
national
party
television.
makes
You're
a
doing a
structured
U-turn on
view,
national television. You think you're looking good? And
Sorry?
answer Sankarshan's question. Why are you running away
please
from
try
an
to
election?
understand, how structured
Sir,
political
Sinha,
parties work.
Sir,
We are not like Mabeta party.
You were talking about
once-
constitutional
speak for
niceties.
yourself.
Please.
I
Sir,
want to
speak
ask
for
you a
The
yourself.
question.
highest
Sir, question
decision-making
being
body of our party, which is the parliamentary board, is only entitled and competent to formulate a structured view on this issue.
Agreed,
And
agreed.
once they formulate a structured view,
Sir,
it will be
agreed,
shared with
agreed.
everyone.
All
What
I'm
is the
saying is,
difficulty?
Mr. Sinha,
I cannot
Mr. Sinha,
understand all this controversy.
Mr. Sinha, let him come.
Your party has come on an unprecedented wave just a few months ago to power.
But
the
that was followed-
the
that-
only
No, no,
non-Congress
let
party
us
to have
followed
come to
by
Why are
power.
you
five
fighting for
by-elections.
this?
Five states by-elections where they've been trounced.
One minute.
The BJP has been trounced in virtually every by-election in the states. 5 by-elections in separate states.
I don't want to go
Mr.
into
Kalappa,
details
we'll
of
come to you as well. We're just paying a little attention to the BJP's hypocrisy tonight at the start.
You,
here.
against the run of play at that time in Delhi, sweep all of the parliamentary constituencies in Delhi, which even you were probably not expecting. Now, barely weeks later, you are afraid to face the people of Delhi.
Why?
Why don't you
No,
face
absolutely
elections?
not.
Why?
No, no, no,
That
no.
is your assumption,
No, no,
Sankarshan.
why do you want backdoor power? Why don't you
we are
say it is
yet
a
to
fractured
formulate a view
assembly?
on that.
Let us
Yeah.
go to the
And
people.
we will formulate
Let
a
us
view
go to the people and
only
get a
when
clear
there is
mandate.
a formal invitation or formal
मैं राजनीतिक
consultation
बात कर रहा हूँ आपसे.
from the
I'm trying-
Honorable Lieutenant Governor.
You are being constitutional. I'm just trying to.
I have to be
posit a
constitutional. I
political.
cannot be
I'm
extra
trying to
constitutional.
posit a
You
political
cannot be
question to you.
constitutional. You have to be-
I am
the point,
saying-
you're a political
I
party.
cannot be extra
You know, the
constitutional.
BJP today is in a situation where it is the one single party possessed of confidence and of public confidence. Do you agree?
I entirely agree, and that is what the results reflect.
And so, why do you not undo this fractured mandate of Delhi by saying, let us go to the people of Delhi. Let's seek a
Sankarshan
mandate.
ji, what makes you think that we would not?
Why aren't
we
you?
I
might
don't
as
know
well.
why aren't you saying it?
Let-
You should be
Why
the
don't
first
you?
party saying
No,
Why
it.
don't
let that
you?
proposal come from LG.
Why should you lead the Labour Party to elections?
So what
Political
proposal
party
is
ought to
this?
say that.
Hello?
The job is to invite you.
Hello, I
You
can
say
say
it.
sorry.
Don't
One second,
invite
one
them.
second,
Don't
one
invite
second.
them. We
One
don't have the
minute.
majority.
Excuse me,
I'm sorry,
Mr.
no.
Sinha.
Even if all of you come together,
One
it
gentleman,
would not
can I
bother
have-
me.
can I have a little
What
bit
I'm
of time?
saying is
Please.
that let a
Mr. Sinha.
proposal come from LG.
Mr. Sinha.
Our party will take a structured view on
want
this
me to-
issue and
you
we'll
want
share
me
it with
to-
everyone.
you want
Why
me to-
all of you are jumping the gun? Why all of you are, over-eager and over-keen?
No, let me
Either
tell
we
you-
form the government or we don't
We are
form the
jumping
government.
the gun because
We
you
are
put
an
the gun
independent
out there in the
political
first
party.
place.
We are entitled to take a
Shahid
structured view
Siddiqui,
on
please,
this
1
matter.
minute, Mr. Sinha. I am only asking you repeatedly one question for
Yes,
the last
please.
3 days.
Yes.
And you have no answer. Let me ask again. How
Yes,
do you
go
plan
ahead.
to produce 5 MLAs to pass the halfway mark? You have 32 MLAs, including the Shiromani Akali Dal in December.
may I
You
answer
have
that?
29 now
May-
after
may-
3 MLAs resigned.
may I
You say
answer
we'll
that?
cross the bridge when we come to it. What is this, sir? This is a letter which says invite the BJP.
Yes.
And I'm asking you, and Sankarshan is asking, where's your confidence in facing the people of Delhi?
See, the foundation for that
Why do you lack
the foundation for that bridge,
if you want to respond to
the foundation for
question
that bridge has been laid in Karnataka. You see, in Karnataka, they did the exact same strategy of buying MLAs, getting them to cross over, decrease the strength of the house, then get their own numbers up by paying huge bribes.
No, it's all right.
Sorry, Shahid bhai, you have to wait for your election. You know, and the effect of this, the net effect of this was that one chief minister went to jail. Dozens of his ministers went to jail. They're waiting for the very same thing to happen in Delhi now. The BJP will not be satisfied unless the very same thing that happened in Karnataka is followed here in Delhi.
I think Congress should, it's better that they should introspect that, how and where they have been reduced to and what is the state of affairs in their party.
Sorry, we didn't have a chief minister.
I think
we didn't have a chief minister
wants to come in.
I'm sorry.
No, once. Let Dr. Yadav come in. And I also have a couple of questions on them because just as I find your position essentially incoherent, rational,
I don't know. That might be your opinion. But as far as Supreme Court of India is concerned, it finds this absolutely coherent and absolutely agreeable.
Allow me to complete. I am not the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi, but I have a right to speak. Essentially incoherent, factually weak, and I find you personally, Mr. Sinha, tonight lacking conviction. I'm sorry to say
you're
this
entitled to your opinion.
Mr. Yogendra Yadav, you wanted to intervene, and I have a couple of questions for you.
I don't know how to.
Arnab, if I can just respond for a minute.
Mr. Sinha, do you not want to let him speak?
You leveled some charges against
I didn't. I made an observation. What's the charge about it?
No.
Have I no right to...
Let me also observe in response to what you have said. This matter was before Supreme Court of India. The highest, the apex court of country and the constitution bench of the apex court is seized of this matter. When this matter was brought up today, they did not find anything disagreeable. They were satisfied with the steps taken by Honorable Lieutenant Governor. The proposal to invite the BJP was also there before him. Nobody objected to it. Nobody raised the finger.
Sir, I am very sorry.
And why I do not know why you are going on harping on this as if something, some calamity has broken out.
Mr. Sinha, I now need to get Yogendra Yadav in. I don't think you've even seen what the Supreme Court has said. The apex court of the country has asked.
I was the only one who was in the courtroom.
It's an utter embarrassment for a party sitting at the center that the apex court of the country has actually asked it to speed up government formation because their own MLAs pose a serious threat to the alleged horse trading and bribing activities to the other sitting MLAs in the suspended animation period. Yogendra Yadav wanted to come in and now let him speak.
Please do not put words into the mouth of Supreme Court.
Mr. Sinha.
No, this is something which is...
Mr. Sinha, I'm not in the business of outshouting people.
Go ahead.
And
please
don't punish me for...
You're very good at sarcasm. Please go ahead. I don't want to interrupt.
Please don't punish me for
just
being civil in the studio. Yeah?
Yogendra.
The point you made about Venkaiah Naidu, it's not just that. In fact, Mr. Harshvardhan on 12th of December, when he said we won't form government, he actually said exactly the same thing. Every time they said we don't have the number, we will not indulge in horse trading. So they every time connected and implied that the only way to form government here would be horse trading. We shall not do that. Number one. Number two, it's actually inaccurate. I'm not a Supreme Court lawyer, which he is. But is he implying that the Supreme Court went into the merits of the case? They looked at this letter and approved of the content of this letter, the intent of this letter, the constitutional propriety of this letter?
Mr. Yadav, let me assure you that they indeed looked at this letter.
Can I just say what I want to say? You would have all the ample time. You've taken enough. Can I now just respond?
I do not get undisturbed time like you. Anyhow.
I'd keep quiet, sir, and wait
Please
for
go
my
ahead.
turn.
Please don't protest too much. You have had more time. I'll come to you, Mr. Sinha. Let's not do verbal heckling on the program. Already the relationship between both the parties is not good. Mr. Sinha,
I'm saying...
Can I just...
Listen to you, please. He listened to you, sir. Listen to him, and then I can ask him a few questions as well. Thank you very much.
The last few days, there's this game. We are constantly told you are jumping the gun.
Yes.
We haven't yet received invitation. When invitation comes, we'll think about it. Then their own party president lets the cat out of the bag today. We have been told for the last several weeks, you are making wild allegations about money and this and that, horse trading. Then comes out the sting yesterday. We were told, why are you dragging LG's office into this unseemly controversy? He hasn't done anything. Then comes out this letter today. So something strange is at foot. Right. And we are entitled to be worried and concerned. Okay. And so should every Indian be. It's not just Aam Aadmi Party. In the past, BJP used to take exactly this position. They were the victims of such things in the past. Yes. They used to cry aloud. I remember the dirty games Ramesh Bhandari had played with them when Mr. Kalyan Singh was Chief Minister. Every right-thinking person in the country, whether they were BJP supporters or not, they protested and said something very wrong was happening. We have a similar situation today. And I really hope that all the right-thinking citizens would support it, so whether they are Aam Aadmi supporters or not.
Okay, so you are saying this is not a legally and morally valid position, what is happening right now. Now, my follow-up question to you, sir, is...
By convention, it is... See, legally, as I said, the governor of Delhi can invite you to be the chief minister tomorrow. By conventions which have been laid down and best practices recommended by Sarkaria Commission and everything else, what he's doing is not right.
Now, sir, you know, I would question that. Because the Supreme Court, and Arvind Kejriwal and you always say we have full faith in the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court has put the onus on the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi to take the decision vis-a-vis the disillusionment of the Delhi Assembly. I don't find anywhere that the Supreme Court vested the Aam Aadmi Party with that authority. Did they?
As I
Did
said
the Supreme Court not say on July 4th that the Lieutenant Governor should take a free call on the Delhi government formation?
As I said a few minutes ago, there is absolutely no doubt that the Lieutenant Governor has the authority.
Yeah, so he has the authority.
He has discretion in this matter.
So
this is part of the discretionary power.
So can you quote one law?
Discretion does not mean arbitrariness.
It's not just discretion.
No, sir, who decides discretion? Can you quote one law?
Exhaust all.
Yogendra Yadav ji, can you quote one law which proves that a party that has once rejected an offer to form a government cannot change its mind?
The numbers have changed.
Sir, let me answer. I am saying tonight, produce one law that a party that has once rejected an offer to form the government cannot change its mind.
No, there is no such law.
And now if I put that together with the SR Bommai judgment.
And it's not necessary to our claim at all. We are not saying tomorrow if the BJP can produce 34 letters, I would be the first one to say, all right, let them form government.
So as per the SR Bommai versus Union of India judgment, strength of a ministry is to be ascertained on the floor of the House. Isn't the Lieutenant Governor doing exactly that? How is he violating the Constitution?
He is violating the spirit of Constitution. He is violating his... allow me to say why. Allow me to say why.
He'll reply and then you can come back.
Allow me to say, I know you disagree.
Sure you can. Sure you can.
I'm not claiming that there is a law written here which is being violated. As I said, by law, he can invite Sankarshan Thakur as well. The convention laid down by various commissions, Sarkaria Commission being a very crucial. In fact, Sarkaria Commission had laid down 1, 2, 3, 4 points about who should be invited. So why Supreme Court has given best judgments.
So why are you not amenable to the Assembly deciding its own leader via secret ballot? Because there is a precedent to this effect under Article 175 of the Constitution. It provides for the same. You can go back and see what happened in 1998 in Uttar Pradesh.
I read those things very carefully. And this is a complete bogey. You know what the article says? Section 9, 83 and 175, they simply say, President, Governor or the Lieutenant Governor can send a message to the Assembly or Parliament. That's a mandatory message. It nowhere talks about no confidence motion. And of
but
course,
isn't that the best way to test whether people are in a position to form a government?
That is, of course, the final test. Secret ballot, incidentally, this is a complete bogey because it goes against the Constitution. Secret ballot would go against the 10th schedule of the Constitution.
1 second. Shahid Siddiqui, please coming in. Shahid Siddiqui.
It's for the Speaker to decide how the vote will take place. It is not for the LG to decide. But LG should be allowed to take this position. Let BJP reject it. You see, Rajiv Gandhi...
Oh, wait, BJP is not rejecting it. No, 1 second. The argument is that the LG and the BJP are acting in concert. That's a serious argument.
That is a charge. You can't prove that charge. That charge is always there on anybody, and anybody who finds things going against them,
you don't find this letter today that the LG wrote on the 4th and the synchronized moves of the BJP in attempting to form a government little uncanny, suspicious and mischievous. You don't find it so, Mr. Shahid Siddiqui? That's commonsensical.
No,
1 second, Mr. Sinha, you protest too much.
As a friend of politics, I could see this happening. I didn't have to read this letter.
You could see what happening?
That this kind of situation is arising with the Supreme Court
This
coming
kind of
in,
situation
people going to the
is
court.
arising.
asking
Which
the
kind of
court-
situation?
All students
Specify.
are very poor politics all the time.
No.
Students are very bad politics. We are students of it.
No, I don't
have
know
to
what
agree.
we are
No,
arguing
what-
about. Arnab, please, you can just allow me to now come in. I've
Sir,
heard
1 minute,
enough of charges from all sides.
Shahid
Sir,
Sahab, can
why
I
are
ask
you
First
on
of
the
all,
back
yes,
foot?
yes.
Can I ask you a small question?
Okay, one
Shahid
second.
Sahab?
Yeah, you can.
Shahid Sahab, the question you've been asking about the Lieutenant Governor and why we're asking questions to him, tell me, why did he insist when he was inviting us? Why did he insist, number one, that we have to stake a claim? Without staking a claim, he would not give any invitation. Number two, why did he insist on 36 letters? Why is he not asking for those things
I'll
now?
tell you why. Because the single largest party was BJP, not you. So he should have invited the single largest party, that
They
is
had
BJP.
said no in any
let
case.
it go, let it go.
Listen to
They
me,
had
listen to me.
declined.
Shahid Siddiqui, let it Shahid
They
Siddiqui.
came later. You before
No,
that,
no, they
before
came
that
earlier.
before that Congress went to LG saying that we will
Not
support
before that, after that, sir.
Aam Aadmi Party.
After
that,
We
you're
will support
forgetting.
Aam Aadmi Party, and we will form. That's why you had to make a stake because you are not in a majority. You are not
Shahid
the
Sahab,
single largest party.
Shahid Sahab,
It
you're
was for
forgetting the
single largest
sequence.
party
He
to be
actually
invited.
he
It was
invited
his
Dr.
duty to invite
Harshvardhan
the single
first.
largest party unless he was sure that you two are going to work together and you will have the majority. That's what he did. I mean, he didn't
So,
go against the
Arnab, if I
constitution.
can
At that time, you
conceptually-
welcomed
if
it,
you can
you
just
found
allow me
it
now.
A
something.
conceptual point,
Shahid
just a
Sahab.
more basic question, Mr. Yadav. Mr. Yadav, when Lieutenant Governor does not do your bidding, you accuse him of being a BJP man. I'm sorry, but I find this identical to the way in which you accused the media of being biased. And you said the media was paid agents of Narendra Modi when we criticized you. Yeah, and I remember you singled out Times Now. So I don't mind all that, but it would be argued that it is your ploy to accuse
Anybody.
anyone in any which way who is not on your side. You accuse that person of being
Sold out.
biased. And also when you
Everybody
do so,
sold out.
when you do so, then
Accept.
factually always you're not on very solid ground.
There is always a temptation in politics for every actor to be extremely critical of whoever happens to be in your opposition. Therefore, you would be absolutely entitled to saying, give me grounds, give me evidence. And here on your show today, I'm giving grounds, I'm giving evidence, and
These are conjectures.
no,
what
I'm giving
ground?
evidence and
I-
grounds.
So
And if I do not give grounds
if I
and
can
give
just come in.
allegations, please
So
reject it.
I am
please mock
asking you,
at it.
Mr. Yogendra Yadav, very clearly this question. Because the question is basic. Anyone who does not do exactly what you like, when they do what you like, they are gracious, they are good. When they don't do what you like, then you level any kinds of allegations without any factual proof. If you want me to give you examples, since I spoke about the media, you know, all kinds of things were said. Oh, you are, what it was said. For example, you know, what proof do you have? You have no issues. You don't ask Modi about snooping. You don't ask Modi about riots. You don't know about the development figures in Gujarat. I found out, and factually I found out, when all these allegations were made by your leader, Ashish Khaitan, factually, absolutely everything was totally trash. Mr. Yogendra Yadav. We did, for example, 17 programs on the issues which you said we didn't look at, and then you said we are sold out channels. My question to you is, are you applying that same stilted logic in the context of your judgments on the Lieutenant Governor?
If we were to
Is it a
apply similar
personality
logic-
trait of the AAP?
In each case, you would have to say, ask AAP for evidence. Wherever AAP offers evidence, believe it. Wherever they don't, trash them, as you are trying to do, which you are entitled to. I cannot vouch for that particular thing about Ashish Khaitan because I really need to look into that evidence and come to a judgment.
Is it a
But if
shoot and
any of
scoot
my
attitude?
if any of my colleagues has done it, in fact, one of my colleagues said something very harsh. I went to the media and said, no, I'm sorry, this is not right. In fact, at one stage, when one of my colleagues said he was Congress agent, I personally
Sir, let
came
me
to the
tell you
media and I
frankly-
said, this
Sir,
is
frankly,
wrong.
Mr. Yadav, I would say this to you, that I'm not putting this to you to square off. I'm simply saying it to you as proof of the fact. It doesn't matter. An independent media has never required a certificate from any political party, including Professor Yadav, the Aam Aadmi Party. The more fundamental question which
should
I'm
it?
asking you today is there a ploy of the Aam Aadmi Party to accuse anyone who is not doing your bidding of being biased? And I've asked you very straightforward constitutional issues, and you are saying there's a perception that the Lieutenant Governor is unfair, whereas as per judgments, as per precedent, as per matters in the public domain, the Lieutenant Governor seems to be going by what the Supreme Court of India has asked him to do.
No, Arnab, I thought you gave the answer. I thought you agreed with me. I thought you talked about telepathy. I thought we both agreed about statistical
I agree with no
probabilities.
political party. I can
And
certainly
these-
question
No,
the
not party,
BJP on their
argument.
hypocrisy, but I'm
gave us
asking
just
you
the
on yours.
That's the argument. You
Create the
agreed with
scenario.
the substance in the argument that this extraordinary synchrony between these two is rather strange. That's all I'm saying.
No, Professor,
I have no
Professor
access to the
Yadav.
personal motives of the Lieutenant
Professor
Governor.
Yadav, Professor
I have
Yadav, the
no-
point is
all
it
along in
the
the
AAP's
Supreme Court,
contention?
they
Is
have
it
been
the
saying
AAP's
on a-
contention that anyone who doesn't come around to their point of view is either occasionally a BJP agent or on other occasion a Congress agent
I think
or on
what
another
we-
occasion a sold out person? You see, Mr. Yadav, this is the basic question which is being asked all over today.
And I'm answering that
Yes,
basic
please.
question, provided my friends don't think you need their help. My answer is, when one of my colleagues said a few
Yadav
months
will keep,
ago that he
answering
was
your questions
Congress
till the
agent,
program goes off.
I actually came on air and said this is wrong. I'm sorry about this.
But I do-
Just one second. Just let me say that. There is a long tradition of debate in our country whether governors or lieutenant governors are constitutional representatives of Union of India, or are they responsive to
So-
Home Ministry, or are they agents of the ruling party?
Okay, so my question
We
to
have
you is,
joined
whose
that debate.
representative was Lieutenant Governor Jung when in January 2014 he reached out to a man called Arvind Kejriwal to break his fast when he was protesting against the inaction of the Delhi police? Who was he working on behalf of then?
He was a constitutional authority.
Was it the same governor who ended the standoff at that point of time?
He played a very good role.
Did the
I would
same
personally
governor
satisfy-
promise to fast track an inquiry against the policeman targeted by Mr. Kejriwal, that is your party, for the alleged inaction?
that
And
is
did
part of the same
Mr.
thing.
Kejriwal praise all that?
He did. And
Did
I
you
personally
describe
did.
Mr. Jung as an extremely gracious man who had explained the constitutional avenues available to you? How is it that the same man becomes a villain today just because he's trying to pave forward a different government in Delhi?
You've forgotten. I've answered that question 7 minutes ago. I said he is a gracious man. He is a thinking man. He's a cultured
So,
man.
where are you really going
And
here? Where are you,
what we
this
are
blaming the
discussing
governor,
today.
you're gonna-
Arnab, if
No,
I
we are
can
not
come in
discussing
now.
his personality and private
No,
life.
I'm asking about
We are
his actions and your
discussing-
judgments on
We
his
are
actions.
discussing his role as a constitutional authority.
I'm asking you about his role
where
as a constitutional
he happens
authority.
to be going with the ruling party in a way that arouses suspicions, that invites questions.
Isn't that
And if
conjecture?
he-
Let me point out, Arnab.
Now opening
If
up
he
the
were
debate,
to
Shahid
answer
Siddiqui.
the question-
Shahid Siddiqui wanted to
Arnab,
talk. Okay, Aman Sinha. Aman Sinha. Okay, we're opening this
in
up.
Supreme Court all along, they have been alleging that LG has not been acting. There's been total inaction. He's not done anything. Now when he starts acting, they say that why are you acting? And in what way you are acting? No, it is extremely surprising when LG goes on to invite the second single largest party, which is Aadmi party. They say it is all absolutely fine, hunky-dory.
Shahid
When
Siddiqui,
single largest party is
Shahid
invited,
Siddiqui,
they
please.
again come to that rape and murder thing.
Shahid
What is
Siddiqui
this?
wanted to come.
And you know,
Shahid.
just one more short point, Arnab. Shahidji,
Sinha, one
just
minute.
I'll go back to
Shahid ji,
the,
just
Shahid
one
Siddiqui,
short
I'll go
point.
back to the question which Sankarshan raised. BJP, the question really is not LG. We should be questioning BJP, which is not ready to face the
You have
electorate.
all been
It is the
questioning
job,
BJP
it's the
only.
duty of
Through the show,
LG.
all of you
Duty,
together.
please, it's the duty of LG
No, let
to
me point out
invite
one
them.
short
It
thing.
is
I
their
think-
duty to say we cannot form the government, we will not be able to run the government, we don't have the majority.
You
It
see,
is their
sir,
duty.
you see, has the BJP, one second, has the BJP been able to give, has the BJP been able to give an effective answer? Now my questions to Yogendra Yadav is simple. My question to Yogendra Yadav is that with respect, I find certain inconsistencies, but the gravest inconsistency, the most apparent inconsistency,
Yes, please,
the
I'm waiting.
inconsistency on which you have slipped at least a dozen times
Please,
on the
please,
Newshour
please
tonight is
point
the
out what is
hypocrisy
it?
of a political party, which tries to find every which way of avoiding an election.
Absolutely not. Why should we? We have swept Delhi. Our
Then the
vote share
letter
has
is
gone
here,
up by
say we don't want to
15%.
form a government.
What is this?
The letter is here.
This is the
The letter is
constitutional
here.
duty of Lieutenant
No, one
Governor
second.
to make efforts for government
sir.
formation.
So, 1 minute.
Before considering dissolution, Lieutenant Governor has to make all possible efforts
a question
for government formation.
Sir,
That is the legal position.
people in Delhi
I don't
are
know why
watching.
should you attribute motives to
people in,
LG.
1 second, people in Delhi are watching.
seem to be
You want
terrified of facing the
7-0.
people. You seem
You
to be
want
terrified of facing
7-0.
the
I'm
people.
very
That's the
sorry
truth.
today. No, I must say this. Sankarshan, before you come in, I must say this, that if the representative of the Bharatiya Janata Party thinks he's going to fool me on the Newshour tonight by saying that, you know what, this letter I will not
nobody is
respond
fooling
to,
you.
I will
But I do not
respond
know what you are
to, I
saying,
will
Arnab.
respond to a hypothetical situation. This letter proves that on the 4th of September, the Lieutenant Governor writes to Pranab Mukherjee saying, invite the BJP. Parallelly, you begin moves and Arvind Kejriwal says you are trying to buy out their members. So all you need to do today, to be consistent and honest to the people of Delhi and this country,
Arnab,
is say that our
is the
position has
president
not
also got
changed.
off? Has
He said we go to the people.
Not at all, it has
We
not
face
changed.
the people of this country.
You can
1
only
minute.
make that accusation once we
What is the
take a stand.
Arnab,
We have not taken any stand.
what is the
In
difference?
Supreme Court also we have stated that only after LG invites us for consultation, we'll make a view. When we have not taken a structured view, I do not know why both of them.
Rajesh Kalappa,
I do not know why
listen.
you should be alleging.
No,
Why you should be
I'm not
attributing
alleging.
motives to
I am
BJP.
coaxing.
See,
I am
I cannot
pleading.
understand
I
this.
am requesting
BJP
you.
is yet to make a
I am-
structured view.
Sir, what-
But still you are making allegations.
Sir, you know what?
Why don't you ask same questions
Sir, why
to
do you
Mr.
take a question?
Yogendra Yadav?
Why do you
Why
take
did he go to LG and say that please don't dissolve the
Is this a
assembly?
game of tennis?
It's not a game of
Then
tennis.
why are you putting the ball
have
in the other
fairness
court?
and ask him the same questions. Today we
Sir,
have
don't
not even
question whether I'm
formulated.
fearless or not. You fearlessly answer my question.
true.
Fairness, not
Before the Lok
fearless.
Sabha results, they were going to
Today we have
Arnab
not
asking him not to
formulated a
resolve.
structured
Now they
view.
wanted to be resolved.
I don't know
They
why you
made
should
a
all be
U-turn.
alleging
Aam
or
Aadmi Party
prejudging
made a U-turn.
what BJP is going to do.
Yes.
Okay, who speaks next? One
Arnab,
second.
but see,
Let him speak, then I'll give you the question.
Arnab, after
By the way, Mr. Sinha, don't take it personally. If you've been inconsistent, it is my responsibility, journalist, to tell you.
No,
I've
I
been
do not
equally
take
fair to the
anything
Aam Aadmi Party.
I
You
do not
expect
take
special
anything
treatment?
personally.
One second.
And
Go ahead.
in same spirit, you should also not take anything personally.
In December of 2013, Arnab,
Yeah.
they had 32, right?
Yes,
Today
they did.
they have merely 28.
28 or
Okay,
29, yeah.
28 plus one was from the
That is
Akali Dal.
our
Yeah.
pre-election
Okay,
alliance.
the point is,
Let him
if they were not ready at 32 to have a government,
How do they?
then how today at 28
I don't
can
know.
they say, okay, they're going to have a
Some
government?
Cinderella
What?
going to
And two,
appear, some
and two,
fairy
and
tales.
two, and
With all
two,
due respect
and
to
two.
my
No,
friend.
please let me complete.
Let him
No,
complete.
I know.
Go ahead.
Yeah, let me complete. And today for the Lieutenant Governor to make an invitation to the BJP, okay? Look at the color of the house. Look at the complexion. There are 8 MLAs belonging to the Congress. There are 28 belonging to the Aam Aadmi. And
Are you worried about a
7 now.
27.
Are
Okay.
you worried about being split?
No, please. No, the point is that is any of these, let's assume there were 7, independent MLAs. Then, of course, the Lieutenant Governor could very well say, yeah, I'm going to have anybody. But the point is that, there are parties with clear pointed views that they are not going to have a truck with the BJP. Where is the occasion for the BJP?
What kind of pointed view did Ghulam Nabi Azad find in the points of view of the members of parliament when the minority government of Narasimha Rao continued to survive in controversial
No, there were some.
circumstances? What
There were
ideological
some
glue held them
independent
together?
MPs.
Sir, come on, sir.
There were some independent
Don't
MPs.
teach me ideology and
There were some
politics. Sankarshan
independent
Thakur wanted to ask
MPs.
a
So where is the question of
A
this?
one-liner from Yogendra Yadav and a question from Sankarshan before we wrap up.
My
Yogendra
one-liner
Yadav.
to both my friends is, since you had these opinions, what prevents you from giving a letter to the LG saying we don't want to form government, we want a dissolution, we want elections?
We have
Why don't both
stated
of
so.
you do-
Mr.
We have
Yadav.
stated so not once. We have stated at least a
No,
dozen
you've
times.
not
No, he
given a
said-
letter.
He said it's to both of us.
yeah, to
He
both.
said it's to both of
Mr.
us. We have
Yadav,
stated
Mr.
unequivocally that we want an election.
Okay,
You
fine.
have
And
not
take
given
it
a
from me
letter
that
to
we
the
want
LG.
we want
I'm
an
sure they'll
election.
give a letter now, but I'm not sure about the BJP. Second question coming in
Yadav,
from Sankarshan
We are
Thakur.
a structured political party. We will take a view, whatever view suits us and whatever suits the people of Delhi. You cannot preach us on that. But as far as Aam Aadmi Party is concerned, please consider why do you first go on to dissolve the assembly and thereafter you go and
All
say
right.
to LG
I
that please do not
have
dissolve the
1 minute
assembly.
There is
You have been chopping and changing your stand. If BJP is the only party which has had clear and consistent stand,
sir.
all through it has stood the
I
test
will
of
ask you a
time,
question
it
about
has
your
stood the test of
consistency.
judicial
Sir, one
scrutiny.
second, sir.
And they have been chopping and
Sir,
changing their
sir,
stand.
I don't know
and
what
they are
this-
posing these questions.
Mr. Sinha,
please ask him
Mr.
why did he
Sinha,
go
you're
to
taking
LG
too much
and
time.
say that please
Can
do
I
not
ask you
dissolve
a
the assembly.
Were you an unstructured political party when you said we won't form the government? How do you develop your structure
absolutely.
now? Sankarshan Thakur
Absolutely.
is a
That was our
response.
decision.
Sankarshan Thakur is a
That was our
question.
decision at that point in
Sir,
time.
Mr.
It
Sinha, I'm
doesn't
not
mean-
the Lieutenant Governor
No,
of Delhi.
views
but I
and
have a right to
decisions
speak.
can evolve.
Sankarshan
Political
Thakur.
parties
If he allows me
views
to
and
ask him a
decisions
question.
evolve.
Sankarshan Thakur.
This Aam Aadmi
Sinha
Party
Sahab.
and Congress, they were together
Sir, it's
after
okay.
abusing and
So don't
accusing
you
each
want
other
to
in
listen?
elections.
Of course, we are still
And then
abusing
again
and
they have
accusing each other.
parted ways.
We are still abusing
So therefore
and
you have been
accusing each
changing
other.
your stands. It is
calm
not
down.
BJP.
We are still abusing and accusing each
One
other.
second. Sankarshan
Sinha
Thakur.
Sahab,
For
can
the
I
sake
ask you
of
a
making
simple
allegation, you
question?
can make any allegation.
Sankarshan.
Sinha Sahab, can I ask you a simple question and please give me a straight answer? After the elections in Delhi, your leader stated several times, your party stated several times, we don't have the number, we don't want to form. Thereafter, you win the Delhi elections, all 7 Lok Sabha seats, as a result of which you sort of lose certain numbers in the house, you get even more reduced. Forget about the other parties. I'm only talking about the BJP, which
come to the
at,
point,
at
Sankarshan.
the, at the end
Carefully
said
and
we have.
patiently, yes.
What has changed since then? You've only won Delhi after that. You've swept Delhi after that. What is it that makes you want to go through the back door and form a government now? Whereas when the elections were held, you said we don't want to form this government.
Absolutely.
Sankarshan ji, that is your presumption.
It is not a presumption. These are your
It is your
records.
presumption.
It is not a presumption.
At this point in time, our parliamentary board has not taken a view and said that we are going to form the government. So therefore, that is your
I don't
presumption.
think he's authorized
You are
to
prejudging the
We
issue.
all know what is
and
happening
therefore-
behind this presumption of mine.
No, you are a journalist. You are free to say whatever you wish to say.
No, I'm not
but
free to say whatever I-
as a responsible spokesperson of the party, I would only speak whatever is the
Sir,
correct
I
authorized
only
line
know
of the
one
party.
thing.
But let me
Sir,
tell you that the moment we get an invite from LG with regard to consultation or with any other proposal, there would be no delay on our
Mr.
part.
Sinha,
We'll formulate a
Mr.
structured
Sinha,
stand,
is your state
bearing in
president
mind
not
the
a
political
responsible
situation at that point in time,
Gentlemen,
and we'll share it with everybody.
This
What is
word
the difficulty?
this word structure has been repeated so many times. Now a reference is made to what changed. The only thing that changed is the weather with the monsoons. I didn't know the political weather also changed in the BJP.
Everything
Aman Sinha,
changes,
food for
Arnab.
thought. You are on
Change
slippery
is the-
ice.
change
Don't
is the
fall. You're
principle
going to
of
break.
life.
You're
Everything
going to break
changes.
a few political bones out here. Thank you very much for
Thank
joining
you.
me. I want to ask the people of Delhi, do you want an election? Do you want another hodgepodge to form? Tell us what you think.